Let's go. All right, we're flying again. It hasn't been too long, but going to the Sunshine Coast for a panel. But what I thought I was going to do, or I think I can do, is actually go ahead and see if the book is out in the airport. I believe it is, so it's going to be really cool to check it out. This week has been crazy in the sense that we've had, obviously, unofficially the book launch. We've had a little book signing at Dimmicks, not just at the city in Sydney, but also the Dimmicks in Macquarie Centre. So that was earlier today, and then I also saw the book in Big W. So I'll have two bookstores here in at the airport, and I guess I'll tell you about the purpose of this trip as well as we continue walking. So this is a solo trip, it's just myself, and it's actually for Stockland and the Urban List. So essentially I got approached by them to facilitate an event that they're having with some of the guys from the real estate group and Domain, I believe. So that's going to be really cool. I've been away for 2 nights. It's going to be my first night away, I suppose, from Sanjo since we got married. I don't know if that matters or means anything, but anyways, so the first bookstore we're going to check out is Watermark Books, see if it's there. It'll be a really cool experience, because I've always thought, you know, people at the airport, they tend to just pick up books more often than you know, if they're going to a bookstore. So let's go check it out. New non-fiction. This is the book I got for Sanjo. It's not here. Business. No. Diary of a CEO. Oh, there it is. Holy crap. Looks like someone's been trying to read it. Wow. Got quite a few copies as well. And it's me. Yeah. That's sick. I'm not even going to ask if I can sign this. But that's cool. Okay. That is so cool. I don't think I'll ever get over that, to be honest. Alright, so that's the first bookstore, so I'm assuming if they've got it, the next ones have it too. But I actually got here about 40 minutes ago. So my flight's at like 7:30 at night, finished work, now headed to Sunshine Coast, obviously. I'm trying to get the angles right on this. I didn't bring the little selfie stick, so probably up here, but it is what it is. And yeah, so over the next couple of days, I'm going to try and document as much as I can from the panel. It's to do with first home buyers, so talking about what's working, what's not working, and I'm more so facilitating it, but I'm able to answer some questions as well, which is going to be cool. And yeah, I'll show you a little bit more behind the scenes, but that was, I think it was called Watermark. This one's Newslink. So they do, I mean, this is a little bit smaller, so I don't know if they're going to have it, but let's check it out. So this is the one where you've got, like, you know, I guess food as well as books. That is so cool. I just can't believe it. Wow. One with these guys. They're all doing well, killing it. But yeah, that's mad. I know I'm being like super casual about it, but I'm freaking the F out because over the last like 3 or 4 days, this is what I've been doing, is just I've gone to a couple of stores and just checked it out, and yeah, just really happy. So anyways, I came here about 40 minutes ago and I was really hungry, so I was thinking, okay, maybe I'll go grab food. And for anyone that knows me, they know that I've been, well, at least in the last week or so, I've been really keen to just get Red Rooster. And I know that there's a conspiracy around, which is essentially that no one actually likes Red Rooster and that it's a front for money laundering. Sam from work, she was saying the same thing. So I don't know. I think it's a well-documented conspiracy. I still enjoy it, but I can see how it's possible because no one really goes there. And every time I tell someone, I'm like, hey, you know, I'm gonna, have Red Rooster, and they're like, what? They still exist? So yeah. Anyways, I smashed that down. It was like half a chicken, and now I'm like, I'm good. And by the time the flight lands, it's going to be like 9:30. So, well, it's going to be 9:30 here, and we know Queensland is an hour behind, so it's actually going to be 8:30. And then yeah, I'll just go straight to the hotel and go to sleep. The actual panel is tomorrow morning, and that's going to go for probably half a day. And then after that, I've got the rest of the day free. And then I'm a big NRL fan, and it kicks off on Sunday. So I'm going to be back here, back home, just in time for the Warriors to play, which is my team. And they're actually in Vegas, so hence why the weird timings. But I'm so excited for that to start. I'm doing NRL tipping and fantasy, so if you guys are doing that as well, let me know in the comments down below, and you can be in the same league, I suppose. But yeah, so anyways, I came and then had Red Rooster, and before I had that, I actually went to the lounge, the business lounge, and just checked it out in terms of food, and yeah, I didn't really vibe, so instead decided to go get Red Rooster. So that's my story so far, and just walking back the other way, get my steps in before we get onto this flight. And I've walked past Krispy Kreme about 4 times now, and I'm getting tempted, more and more tempted. But you got to fight the urges, because I had like a week where I was eating a lot of food, obviously post-wedding, and I've just tried to slowly bring it back in terms of getting back into the healthy eating and whatnot. So I've had my KFC, and I'll only have KFC maybe once a month. And outside of that, still train and still try and get my 10 to 12,000 steps. So yeah, I think what I'll do now is probably got another half an hour before boarding the flight. I've checked out the books, I'm really happy, and they exist, so I'm hoping that they sell. And then I'll just go and spend the rest of my time at the lounge, just chill out, and then get straight onto the flight. So I think you'll probably see me next prepping for tomorrow morning, which is the panel. Catch you guys then. All right, breakfast. Can't say it's breakfast for champions, because isn't that like Weet-Bix? Got up probably at 6 o'clock and walked along the beach for about 15 minutes, got to Coles, grabbed this, and main reason I'm not going and getting going to a cafe, because they were very tempting, was mainly because I want the eggs, but then I would want a hash brown, maybe some sourdough bread. Suddenly you're looking at like a 500-600 calorie meal, whereas here, banking in 81 calories, and yeah, just get to walk along the beach. So I'm gonna head back and probably do about an hour's worth of work, and then I head down to, I think it's about 15 minutes from here for the panel, but I'll show you a little bit around the beach, because it looks incredible. This is the life, hey. Imagine living this close to the beach. What's going on, guys? It started raining, which is really nice. But I'm just waiting now for the Uber, and the Uber situation here is terrible. I had the same thing experienced yesterday when I was going to from the airport to coming to the actual hotel, and yeah, so I've had a few cancel on me. It just seems like it's part of the parcel here. But yeah, idea is that I get in at about 9:15, and then we have like a debrief with the panelists, and then after that I will get into actually hosting the thing, which would be really cool. But that's pretty much it for now. I actually did end up getting a little hungrier, so I had a Quest protein bar. Again, I was walking past all these places, these cafes, and they've got like pancakes and there's all the good stuff. But no, I'm trying to be good. So anyways, I think the whole session goes for about 2.5 hours. So we'll have like lunch and whatnot, and I'll show you a little bit more behind the scenes when I get there. But as for now, chill. The other thing that I was going to mention was, in Australia, one thing you'll notice once you travel as well is everyone here gets up early, and I love it. That's probably why I love Australia so much. But we all get up really early. I was up at like 6 a.m. I went down to the beach, and like it's packed, heaps of people there. And you don't see that when you go overseas. All the cafes and things open here at like 5:30, 6:30. Overseas it's like 10 a.m. So yeah, it's just part of our culture, I suppose. But yeah, that's pretty much it. And it's pretty boring. I'm just waiting now for the Uber to come. I'm hoping that you can hear me, but we've just finished the panel. We've still got people out here. It's in a brewery, so hence why it looks like this. But that pretty much concludes the vlog. I'm done. The panel was really good. A lot of questions around, you know, first home buyers. Is it the right time to buy? Should I wait? Interest rates and things like that. So yeah, probably more relevant for my other channel. But for here, I'm gonna leave you guys. Love you and leave you, I think is what they say. But if you like this, subscribe. And if you wanna know what happened at my wedding, which was a couple of weeks ago, then definitely go check out this video. I'm gonna link it up here and enjoy.